Good evening. So, since it's still a love month anyway, let's share more thoughts about love. I was not able to share with you anything yesterday because I deemed to go home early, but then we were caught in a traffic and we we actually passed by SNR. So, today I want to share with you my own lessons about love that probably, had I known it, probably I could have made critical decisions better than I should than what I where I did or what I did, no. So anyway, so let's enumerate. This is actually spontaneous, and actually these are all my own account of loving, no. So anyway, so first is, of course, this is not a lesson, but always when you say I love you to a person, you mean it. You don't say I love you because you want to to be, on the pedestal of ako ang girlfriend yan or something. No, it's not. When you say I love you to a person, you mean it. And it depends on the timing of the timing when you fall in love. Like for example, if you're still studying at the time that you fell in love, then the level of loving is really different, because your time is allocated to the you cannot focus 100% to him because you are also concentrating on your studies, right? So in contrast, if you fall in love when you are already working, and there's no impediment to your relationship, then the style could have been different. Okay, so well, in that regard, however, both of you understand what is your situation. Say for example, you're still students, so you love each other, and so you know that you cannot really give yourself 100%, the time, the attention, and everything. So but still and all, you can still prove your love even if on that situation, and still affirm your affection in your own way. So because as it is, especially if you love early, those are the years that men are really in their looking out stage. Meaning, it is very difficult for you to assume that you are the only one or you are the one, because as it is, it's still a very young age for them, and as such, and also for you, I think so. And as such, you you need to cultivate the love as it goes along. So that's one lesson. You should know where how to prioritize and what to prioritize at the time that you love a person. So but if at one point you love the person, that there's no already impediment and all that, then there's no obstacle to loving, then you love him with all your heart, give him with all your affection, and devote your time, and give him all the loyalty, and being faithful to him, and yeah. That's one. And then number two is, men are still men. So in short, even if you're a strong woman, even if you're smart, even if you're, shall I say, madiskarte and all that, you should know where you will place yourself in the relationship, even if you're stronger than him, or you deem that you're stronger than him. They're still the lead. They still should be given the pedestal that they deserve. They should be given. They should not. You should not. Um, shall I say, destroy or break their ego, because as it is, it touches their masculinity kasi. And as such, there touches their pride, and yeah. It should they should really take the lead. You Women should be there only to complement, but women should not take the lead. Yes. Number three, allow to give your lover a space. Wag yung gusto mo araw-araw, whatever, minuto and all that. Oh my gosh, you should allow him to grow as well. You should allow him to go with his friends, to develop, to nurture his hobbies. You should allow him to excel and all that. And, and not always proud. Nasaan ka na? What? Oh my gosh, it's really something that, that you should never ever do because di ba nakalagay nga sa libro na men are from Mars, women are from Venus, that you should give them space. It's not that they don't love you anymore. No, it's not. It's just that they want to take that space. They want to go to their cave and they want to take that space. They just want silence, please. Because usually, and that's the fourth actually, women tend to be, voracious, tend to be, speak too much and all that. So, yeah. Don't, okay, number 4 is, don't be too loud. Don't be too mayabang and don't be too loud. And even if you know that you're good, still, it touches their ego eh. And also, in relation to that, they don't want maingay. They just want silence. Sometimes, the best actually for me, if I would if I would turn back the hands of time, perhaps what I did probably is just to sit down, and just be there beside him. And, if I'm being called, I'll be called. And if I'm being asked, then I will answer. But other than that, I would rather be the support. You'd rather be on the sidelines and the support to complement the strength of the man because yun nga. So yun, never be too loud or never be too strong for him. Okay, so number 5. Number 5 is speak mildly and not too loud. Siguro kasi, yung orientation kasi namin sa Mindoro, ewan ko, kasi sanay kami yung medyo maiingay mga tao. I don't know. I'm really sorry. But, I learned later in life the value of being quiet, the value of being soft-spoken, the value of being malambing, the value of being half the tone, lower the pitch. Yeah. Yeah. You should really act like a woman or a lady that, that is demure and all that. And, just very, although nasa Bible kasi na submissive, pero ayokong ipasok yun dito. But rather, you should be mild-mannered. You should be not palaban. Alam mo yung tipong para kang tigre na. So, yun ang aking, so, dami na nun, di ba? So, that's part 1 na lang siguro. And, every relationship is a lesson. And, sometimes the lessons are so bitter. Sometimes the lesson is so painful. Alam mo, when you lose someone that you love, hindi ko maipaliwanag yung words sa sakit. Ang sakit. At saka, looking back nga, kasi I don't want naman kasi to put the blame on the person alone, on the other person alone, because I believe I also have my own share of yun nga, mga lessons, because, syempre, di ba, marami naman kasi silang pagpipilian, o di ba? So, lalo pa ngayon, my gosh, nung panahon nga namin, natural lang yung beauty ng babae. Ngayon, Diyos ko, matatalo ka na talaga ng mga madidiskarte, di ba? So anyway, so yeah, that's my lesson. Number 1 is you know the degree of loving that you need to give. And then number 2 is be loyal and be faithful and love him with all your heart. And number 3 is don't be too loud and don't be too aggressive. Learn to speak lightly and mildly. And yeah, you should allow him to rest or have his own space. You know, that's very important. Really. but but if you are in a relationship right now, in addition to what I've said, um, continue to love. Yung yung pagmamahal na walang patumangga, yung pagmamahal na unconditional, yung pagmamahal na walang iniisip na anything na, ay, mamahalin kita kasi mahal mo ako. Ay, hindi gano'n. Magmahal ka dahil mahal mo. Yun talaga yung lagi kong sinasabi na, and there's joy in sharing your love, ah. There's joy in sharing and loving a person. So, yeah. Just continue to love. You know, I always believe that. Kaya nung napanood ko yung Meet Joe Black, talagang tuwa ako doon kasi may phrase doon na parang, if you haven't lived if you haven't loved. 'Di ba? Parang find a person that would provide you with, such happiness, parang ganyan. Tapos, yung parang, dun din sa Corellis Mandolin na movie, nakalagay din doon na parang, you fall in love, that it is incorrigible for one person to be away from you, di ba? So, just love. It's very masaya. It's really very masaya, and it's really very worth doing. And you will never regret loving. Even if you don't end up with each other, or even if you don't see each other often or whatever, wala yan. Kasi ang pagmamahal na totoo ay pagmamahal na galing sa puso eh. Hindi yan natatawaran, at yan eh talagang sa'yo, dala mo yan kahit saan ka, kahit hindi ka nakikita or walang nagmamatsyag sa'yo, ganun pa rin ang pagmamahal. So, just love. It's Valentine's Day still for me. Happy Valentine. God bless.